Hi, I'm Randy Patterson. One of the aims of psychology is to free people up to see and participate in the outside world. I live in Vancouver and I'm always encouraging people to get outside and explore their home. So now and then I post videos about day trips that you can do around the city. I especially like the ones that involve places that even many Vancouverites don't know about. So today I'm going to take you on a walk on the sewer pipe. Wastewater in Vancouver is treated at Iona Island, which is a small piece of land between Vancouver proper and Sea Island, where the airport is. People here know about the Iona Island sewage treatment plant, and it doesn't sound like a great attraction, so most people have never been there. But in fact, it's also quite a nice regional park. There's a big beach area, and there's the walk that we're going to do today. So, first off, how do you get there? Well, if you're coming from Vancouver, start out by driving toward the airport over the Arthur Lang Bridge. Once you're on Sea Island, don't take the turnoff to Richmond. Stay on Grant McConaughey Way until just after the Outlet Mall on your right and take the Templeton Street turnoff. If you're cycling and have your bike on SkyTrain, get off at Templeton Station. From here, it's about 5 kilometers along Ferguson Road, which is the continuation of Templeton, across the causeway onto Iona Island. Park by the roadside if it's crowded, like it is today, or continue on to a parking lot with washrooms a little further ahead. Once the water has been treated at the sewage plant, it goes far out into Georgia Strait. For much of the distance, the pipe is actually above sea level, and it's been adapted into a walking, running, and cycling trail. The outlet pipe itself goes almost 4 kilometers into the strait, and there are trails on top of it and beside it. It's dead flat, so it's a very accessible trail, and both paths, top and side, are gravel, so it's fine for runners or cyclists. Today it's kind of overcast. This was done on a Sunday in mid-January, so it's a little cold. And it's during COVID, so you'll see a lot of people with masks. Regardless of the time of year, you'll want to pack a sweater or jacket, because most of the way, you're obviously very close to the water. And in case you're wondering, no, there is no smell. At least not once you're away from the sewage treatment plant itself. Iona Island is also a wildlife refuge, mainly for water birds, so you'll see lots of ducks and eagles out here. We start out along mudflats. This is the Fraser River outflow, which dumps huge amounts of silt from the interior of the province into the strait. That's how Richmond and Sea Island and Iona Island itself were formed. To the south of us, there's a route for ships coming into the Riverport docks, but that's a specially dredged channel. Every so often, there are shelters in case the wind or rain pick up, but the weather isn't so changeable that you're likely to get caught in a storm you couldn't see coming. For plane watchers, one of the attractions is that aircraft on the west to east approach fly low directly over the pipe moments before touching down. Today the wind is out of the west, so they're landing east to west. We're still seeing a few planes take off, but the outbound runway is further south, so they're a bit more distant. Plus, it's COVID, so there aren't as many planes as usual. What else do you see? Well, today, not a great deal. But to the north, there's Vancouver, and right out at the end of Point Grey, there's the University of British Columbia. We're just across one of the branches of the Fraser from Wreck Beach, the famous nude beach at the base of the UBC cliffs. Beyond Vancouver are the North Shore Mountains. On the far side of the strait, you can just make out on a clearer day the mountains of Vancouver Island, and to the northwest, Bowen Island, Gambier Island, and the Sunshine Coast. To the south, you can usually make out the container terminal at Tawasin, and you might see some of the Tawasin ferries crossing from the mainland over to Victoria. When you get to the end of the jetty, there's a building which I assume is some kind of pumping station. And there's a small toilet block out here, in case you're wondering. Beyond the structure, the jetty keeps going for a bit and ends in a prow, in case you've been waiting for your Leonardo DiCaprio Titanic moment. Obviously, there's no way to turn this into a loop, so you're heading back the same way. Today, there's 4 bald eagles out near the pilings to the south, which is a bit unusual. Usually you see them alone or in pairs. And of course the sun gets a bit brighter just as we're heading back. You can see the airport a bit more clearly. So that's the Iona Jetty Walk. Worth a visit if you're in Vancouver. It's not by any means the most well-known or, well, let's face it, scenic of the walks around Vancouver, but it makes a nice couple of hours out, especially on a sunny day. It gives a tremendous feeling of spaciousness in an otherwise hilly city. Try it out.